Oh, what can we get into today? What's gonna make people mad? I don't really know. Either way, welcome to the Seth Justice Show. Seth Justice. So thank you so much for hanging out. Don't forget to follow all my socials at Justice_radio on Instagram, at Seth Justice Show on X, which I still need to get better at, but guess we'll wait and see on that one. And the Seth Justice Show on Spotify or YouTube. If you're listening to one, go listen to the other because, well, yeah, it helps. Anyway, thank you so much for hanging out with me. And, there's a lot of dumb things to get to. A lot. And a lot of just head-scratching things. So we're just going to go straight into, like, the newsy news stuff of here and now, and, as Travis Kelce says, new news. I don't know if I'm using that correct, but I don't really care. Anyway, so we're going to start things off with Sydney Sweeney, who, if you know Sydney Sweeney, there's just about anything that anybody would do for her. Yeah, they would absolutely do it. Yeah. This, however, I think is the line here. I think I found my line when it comes to Sydney Sweeney. And it's not even close. Like, as soon as I heard this, I was like, no. Now you lost me, Sydney. Like, in Euphoria, 10 out of 10, you're fantastic. And pretty much any other thing that you've done, 10 out of 10, fantastic. And also the fact that you are now single probably makes every single man want to DM you and try and, be involved with you, which... yeah, I could definitely see. But this is taking it too far. Apparently, she's teamed up with Dr. Squatch, which is like a soap company and everything like that. I've had their material before, and it's fantastic. Like, I actually really like Dr. Squatch. Again, though, but this is more along the lines of ew. This thing's absolutely disgusting. And I'm not a big fan of this idea. So let me go ahead and paint you the picture, shall we? So, Sydney Sweeney teaming up with Dr. Squatch, and they're doing a brand new soap, which you're like, okay, that's fine. It's a brand new soap. Sydney Sweeney. Everybody loves Sydney Sweeney. Wait until the shoe drops, because as soon as this shoe drops, you're going to be like, oh, no, I'm not going to do that. Anyway, here's the shoe. Sydney Sweeney's brand new soap with Dr. Squatch has her, and it's verified, and it's said on the box, yes, this is actually true. The soap has Sydney Sweeney's bath water infused in it. I'm going to let that simmer for a second. Let that marinate. Shout out Letterkenny. But are you kidding me? Sydney Sweeney's bath water infused into the soap? Oh my, like, why? Why is this such a thing? Why are we so okay with this? Some people are not, like me. I am absolutely disgusted because I don't want anybody else's nasty in there. Like, I don't know where they've been. I can look from afar and be like, how you doing, Sydney? You doing all right? Looking good, looking fantastic. You keep doing what you're doing. And then once you see and hear about the gross, you're just like, no, sorry. And it's like this, like, I don't understand. Like, who thought this was a good idea? Who thought, you know what's a great idea? Let's put Sydney Sweeney's bath water into the soap. Now, this very well may be complete and total garbage. Like, it's not actually Sweeney's soap. It's just water from her, whatever bathtub or faucet or her spit. I don't know. But it's just like, why? Why are we so gross? Like, and the whole Dr. Squatch thing is, like, it's soap for men, so men can, be clean and, be, like, moisturized and all that stupidity, which it's not stupidity because I just switched to a moisturizer, like, body wash, and it's helped me out tenfold. Like, my goodness, it's, anyway. But why? Why in the world is this a thing? It doesn't make any sense to me. Like, it doesn't make sense that we would want to, like, put somebody else's bathwater or just nasty on our skin. Like, just imagine this, right? Sydney Sweeney sitting in her bathtub. And she's washing off all the makeup, the dirt, the sand, I don't know if, yeah, I don't know. While she was with her ex, maybe her ex's essence, and then they gather it all up, put it in a soap, and then bada bing, bada boom, we have something for millions of men to just buy and say, oh, I got Sydney Sweeney's bath juices in my soap. Like, how is that okay? It's not. It really isn't. Like, I'm going to take a firm stance here and say it is gross and disgusting. Like, how would you feel? Like somebody took your own stank and then used it to make soap, and then somebody else lathers it all over their body, being like, you know, I got Seth's stuff all over. Like, that sounds gross. Nobody wants my stuff on them. Nobody. And yet, we want Sydney Sweeney's stuff. Like, all the crud and the gross, and it's just like, all I can see now with that soap is just little microbes of nastiness. Like, every single bar of soap from Dr. Squatch, if I ever get another one, like, I may be done with Dr. Squatch for a while, but if I look down and all I see on that bar of soap is just squiggly things just moving around, and I'm just like, I'd rather go without a shower. Now, if you know me, I'm a germaphobe, and this all makes sense, by the way, now, right? Makes sense. I'm low-key, not very like, but I don't want it. I don't want it. Like, because of me being a germaphobe, I do not want somebody else's stank on me. I don't. Like, I just want arm's length away. Like, I'm not Howie Mandel here, but I'm not going to wear gloves or anything like that. I'm just going to be like, that's gross. And, like, I like my showers. I like feeling clean. I really do. But this is just too much. And now I feel like I want to vomit. Like, in my head right now, all I imagine is that bar of soap with, like, little, like, things that you would see, like, in a microscope, just wiggling around, just looking at it. Like, I can see it clear as day. I don't like what I see. So we're going to move on to something else, because that's gross and disgusting. Oh, I need a second. Okay, I'm good. Anyway, so now we're moving on to Taylor Swift getting her master's back, and not like a master's degree, not like, you know, the masters of the universe. I don't know, something. She didn't win the master's green jacket. She got her original music and songs back. So what happened was, the alleged thing is that Scooter Braun, he bought Taylor's masters out from underneath of her, allegedly, and then sold to somebody else who is a third party who was not associated with Taylor Swift. And so that's why Taylor released Taylor's version however many years ago. And then over the next few years or so, that third party company was just like, you know what? Let's think about selling it back to Taylor. Of course, they said selling, not giving, because, well, you know, it's not her voice on the music or anything, and it's not, you know, it's theirs. They need it for some reason, you know, to license it, for whatever reason. Either way, they must have gotten whatever they needed out of it. And now, because Taylor is worth $1 billion and she is, you know, doing fantastic, they're like, yeah, let's sell it back to her. Sell it. Not give. Not give. We're talking about selling. Not giving away, no. Not giving her own art back to her, but selling it. Now, mind you, masters are like so like vital to artists, but also worth a ton of money. Like Justin Bieber a few years ago sold his masters for about $200 million, which, if you think about it, he probably could have gotten more. Like easy $400 million, I would say, because like masters are that vital and that important and can be worth that much if the artist is massive and, you know, continues to make art, continues to build their brand, and the bigger they are, the more that they sell. Now, if it's Joe Schmo across the street who is like selling his CDs today in 2025, yeah, he's not going to get more than a quarter. And not a quarter of $200 million. No, just a quarter. So, but if you think about it, Taylor Swift, now worth $1 billion, those masters are worth X amount that Scooter Braun paid, which I think was like $300 million. I could be wrong about that. I'm not 100% certain, but I could be wrong about that. But it's a very similar thing to Five Finger Death Punch, who their label sold their masters out from underneath them, and then they're just like, all right, well, we're gonna release our own version and do that, and then down the line, hopefully get them back. So, yeah, it is a messed up world. But either way, Taylor now has her masters back after paying for them, not being gifted them or given them, which I feel like if they were gifted to her, they could have been a tax write-off. I think. I'm not a tax expert. I'm not, so I have no idea. Just BS in here. Yeah. But now she has them back, and she was really excited. She posted a social media video of it, and then, did her thing and all that fun stuff. And now she has her masters back, which I think is a very good thing, because I think the artists, they did the art. They did it. It's not like somebody else did it for them. Like some artists, they have writers and stuff like that, and people who wrote songs for them because they didn't write the music, or they don't write songs, which I guess is fine. That always kind of irked me. I don't know why. Like, oh yeah, you have the talent to sing, but you don't have the ability to write a song. Like, even if you collaborate with someone, that's perfectly fine. But you're just having writers write it for you. That kind of sticks in my craw. So I'm not a big fan of that. But like with Taylor Swift, like she writes most, if not all, of her music. And I think that's why a lot of people like her. And I mean, there's an authenticity to them where they're just like, oh, okay, Taylor Swift's cool. Oh, she's dating these dudes, and then all of a sudden they break up, and then she writes what's in her heart. It's like, okay, cool, that's great. That's awesome. And then some people are just like, but Taylor's just crying about me. Yeah, we all have feelings. I mean, I try to hide mine. Mine are kind of annoying. Don't like them most times. But we still got them, unfortunately. I mean, if we didn't, we'd be androids. Like from Dragon Ball Z. Actually, that'd be cool, because then I would never get tired, and I could run for days and then lose all the weight. Yeah. Even though I lost 20 pounds. I'm very proud of that. Very proud of that. But either way. And just to wrap that up, I think it's a very good thing that artists, keep their masters. And if they want to sell them, sell them. Like Justin Bieber probably needed it. But he doesn't need it now, because Hailey, his wife, is a billionaire. She sold her makeup company, which I didn't even know that she had. But then again, I don't really wear makeup. Not really my thing. Not something I do in the morning where I wake up and I'm like, oh, I need to put my mascara on, my eyeliner, my lip balm, or whatever. I don't know. It's not my thing. But either way, she sold her company, got $1 billion, which apparently it's a massive company if she's getting $1 billion. But now she is sitting pretty and could honestly retire at the age of 28. Which I'm 31. Still doesn't seem to register in my brain that I'm 31. But she's 28, and she can retire. Can I retire? Heck no. There's some months where I'm just like, oh, things are going to get tight. Not going to be good. And then there's other people, and I'm just like, I just want to be rich. And yes, am I jealous and petty as some? Absolutely. Absolutely. But I am also the type of person to be like, you go get it. Go get your bag. Go get your money. Go get that big wad of cash and just be like, making it rain in the club. Making it rain in the club. Or just go out and help people. Which, I mean, Bill Gates is trying to do. But then people are just being like, Bill, are you doing that because you hate your kids? You hate your kids, Bill? You do. But anyway, yeah. So Hailey is now a billionaire. Her husband may be losing his mind. We don't know. But at least she has the money to, like, keep everything up. And be like, hey, Justin, we don't have to worry about that, you know. We know you're a little going through some things, but, yeah. Oh. 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 Maybe that's why she sold the company. Now, here's the thing. Justin may, in fact, be going through, like, a financial issue where he has to pay a bunch of people back. Maybe he's part of a cult. I don't know. But either way, if he is in monetary distress, Hailey selling her company just to pay off his debts and also getting a lot of scratch in between, that could be the reason. Now, I'm just having skeptical hippo eyes here, but also there are a lot of people who, like, as soon as they get to a certain amount of equity or their company's evaluation gets to a certain level, then they're just going to dump it and then start a new thing. I mean, that very well may be. But my skeptical hippo eyes want to see that it's Justin's fault, that she no longer can run her own company and then has to, you know, sell out and get $1 billion just to pay off his debts. That sounds like a lot more fun than just her trying to sell her company and make a lot of money and then not having to worry about Justin at all. To me, we know which story sounds better. Now, I'm not an expert, and I've never even talked to Justin or Hailey in my life. I don't even think I've been in the same stratosphere as them, or in the same vicinity. Stratosphere, yeah, because we're all on Earth, but hyperbole, get over it. Never been in the same vicinity as them, and never had a conversation. So I don't know, but it's a lot of fun to start rumors in your own head, and then maybe, you know, get to a solution that's funny and interesting. Makes me happy. Makes my insides go like, ooh, that's nice. That's real nice. And I'm being very goofy today. I don't know. That's just kind of myself, you know? A lot of people don't get to see this side of me because, I mean, I think everybody has a certain side to them. I think everybody has a goofy side, a silly side, a serious side, and a bunch of other sides, you know. There's kinky. Like, I'm pretty sure that you don't know that your friend is interested in that one thing, and then you're just like, I don't want to know. Yeah, there's some things like that you don't want to know, and that is one of them. The second is probably, I don't know, the grossness. I don't really know. Either way, but I feel like sometimes there's people who think that they know you, but then they actually don't because you only show them a certain side of you. And if you know me, you know I'm the silliest of gooses. The silliest. And now when I'm serious, I'm still silly and weird and whatever, but there's an attentiveness. There is, you know, the interest in everything. The silly goose side is just, you know, weird. I mean, most of the silly goose side comes out here and you're just like, oh, okay. Yeah, that's Seth. And then sometimes it's serious. But I appreciate people when they say, like, you're not always like this. And I was like, no. But nobody's like they are all the time. We all have sides to us. We all have different interests. And we all have people that bring out certain aspects of us. And for me, my silly side is, you know, one that I bring out on air a lot. One that I bring out around people I like, friends, family. When I don't really know somebody is when I don't necessarily bring out that silly side. Because it's a lot, dude. Like, I'm a lot. Like, I hold my tongue so much. And especially, like, when it's around new people. Because, I mean, eventually they're going to see that silly side. But there's moments in time where I'm just like, I'm just going to reel it back a little bit and not be my true self. Because my true self is that silly side. Like, my brain is like a freaking circus. But there's some times that I'll dial it back. and not be so silly and not be so weird. That being said, it's still me, you know? And people who don't necessarily see that in me all the time, I kind of get. But other people, they're just like, yo, that's you. Like, they've seen every side of me, and they're just like, yeah, that's you 100%. And especially people I've known for the better part of my life. So, anyway, on that rant. Just be yourself. That's all I say to that. And myself is silly and goosely and weird, and I enjoy that about myself. I really do. It's so cool to find things that you enjoy about yourself. And it took me a long time to appreciate my silly goose side, and I used to be so scared that nobody would ever actually like me. So I kind of like shelled myself away, and I was very shy for a long time, which some people are just like, I cannot see that at all. And it's just like, yeah, I mean, I'm just me, yo. Like, but I'm not going to show you that. And I've gotten a lot better over the years of showing that. And eventually, all my silly goose side is going to be out, and then people are going to be like, oh, yeah. Yeah, that was you from the beginning. We just didn't see it. Sorry. And honestly, the only reason I held out that sorry so long is because I'm looking at the audio wave, and it made me smile. See? It's silly. That's what I do. That's who I am. Like, serious is fine every once in a while, but I can't not be silly. I can't. It's like an itch I have to scratch every single day. But anyway. Oh, now, there is another story, speaking of scratching an itch, when it comes to needing to know drama and everything like that. The Hadids, Gigi and Bella Hadid, have another sister. They have a sister. Nobody knew about it. I mean, some people kind of had an inkling about it, but they weren't really too sure. But now they have finally come out and said, hey, no, this is our little sister, not older sister. Little sister, Aiden Nix. She's 23. Gigi and Bella are 30 and 28, I believe. 31, 28. I think they're about the same age as me. But here's the story about this, which I find absolutely scintillating. Because I love drama, and I love chaos, and I love instigating it sometimes. Most times. Actually, a lot of people say I'm an instigator. Anyway, I just love that. I don't know why. It just fascinates me. And I wonder why it fascinates me, and I wonder why other people are just like, oh yeah, that fascinates me too. But that's a deep dive into psychology that I don't really want to do right now. Anyway, apparently Gigi and Bella's dad, he was single during this time and got somebody pregnant, and then, well, we have Aiden. So I don't know if it was like a separation of the parents. I don't know if they were divorced at the time. I'm not really big on the whole Hadids and knowing their inner waves and things and understanding their family dynamics. I don't know anything. However, like before, there is some drama. And that drama is, well, mainly from the outside people not knowing and understanding and being like, ooh, did he cheat on his wife with another woman? And then, and then, you know, having a whole nother family and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I mean, that very well may be, or maybe they got a divorce. Again, I don't know the family dynamic, but the tea tastes so good. But essentially with Aiden, she is wanting to do and is doing the exact same thing as her sisters, which is the modeling, the fashion, the influencing, all of that other stuff. Because, I mean, my goodness, we need more influencers. Oh my goodness, we need more models and beautiful people. That's what we need. That's what we need more of. But that's what she wants to do. And it's just like, okay, well, that family only breeds sexy beautifulness of models and, you know, making us all jealous. That's what people do in that family. And it hurts. It hurts a lot. Hurts the soul. Because, I mean, I don't think I'm that bad looking of a person. However, I know I am not a movie star. And I also know I needed to develop a personality. Really did need to do that. So, here we are. Here we are. I understand that. Does that mean that I look for what I like? Absolutely. Because I'm picky. And I think that's a good thing in people. Are they lofty goals when it comes to looking for a partner? Probably. But either way, doesn't really matter. Because there are beautiful people out there, and sometimes they like to settle. And that makes me happy. Even more so. So, yeah, and I think that's a great place to end. Yeah. Don't think we can go any lower than there. I mean, we could. I mean, do I really want to go lower? Oh, Flo Rida, what would you say? I think he would say go low. All right, last thing. So, Brad Pitt and his ex-wife, Angelina Jolie, had, as you know, an 8-year-long divorce. And it was, at least from what it seemed to the outside world, a very painful and arduous and, very messy divorce. However, Brad is saying that he wasn't sweating it. For 8 long years, you were going through divorce court. Your kids, they didn't like you. There's some kids that do, I guess. There's others that don't. And you're saying that over the 8-year time frame where one of your, kids absolutely despises you and only is wanting to be around mom, after 8 years and also a vineyard that you wanted and also fought over for numerous years, and also the amount of money that you spent on lawyer fees, you're saying no sweat? Bro, you're either the most down-to-earth dude, or you don't even care about money, or you saw a liar. A liar. Because just imagine 8 years of lawyer bills. And Brad Pitt's lawyers, they're not going to be cheap. They're not. They're probably going to be multiple $1,000s an hour. And he has to pay them to go to court, argue these things, argue with her lawyers, then talk to her and argue with her in front of the lawyers, and then also the kids have them part of the time, she has them the other part of the time, then talk about a vineyard, and then get mad over all the stuff that's going on, and then the mental strain of a divorce that I have no idea about, which I am very happy about. Never married, no kids, no worries, happy as a clam. But to even do that and say no sweat? Brad, I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm buying it. Because there is some level where you are I think he's 65 or something. He's in his 60s. It's weird that Brad Pitt's in his 60s, but it is. You'd think an actor in their 60s would not be doing as many movies as they are. You would think, with the amount of money he's made from all of his movies, that he would be pretty much done with acting now. And yet he is still continuing to act and work and then pay for this big, massive divorce. And you still say no sweat? Brad, I don't know this to be true. And I don't know you personally. But I think there's a little fibbing going on. Yeah. Just a little. Not a lot. Not a lot. Maybe just a little. Okay, maybe a lot. But I don't know for sure. So, either way, that's the madness that is my brain for this week. I'm Seth Justice. Thank you so much for listening to the Seth Justice Show. We'll be back next week, and don't forget to follow me on social media at Justice_radio on Instagram, at Seth Justice Show on X, and the Seth Justice Show on YouTube and Spotify. Bye-bye.